Parakeh Nochlin Daf Kuf Lamed Ches, sponsored for a bracha b'atzlacha for Shol Meir ben Avram. We begin with the Mishnah. The Mishnah is a continuation of the previous. A father conveys a gift to his son, me'ayom ulachar misa. As understood, a father conveyed land to his son, retaining use of the produce until his death. Detached produce at his death is shared equally among all his heirs. However, attached, it belongs to the son he gifted. Unless he sold the land during his father's lifetime, then the purchaser has to compensate the heirs. The father concedes to a son when he does not concede to others. We move on to a new Mishnah. Number 1, a father died leaving older and younger sons. The older sons cannot spend more on clothing at the expense of their younger brothers. Rava qualifies this. The Mishnah refers to an idle brother, not one handling the affairs of the estate. It is in their interest that he be dressed properly. By the same token, the younger brothers cannot spend more on food at the expense of the older brothers. The entire estate is divided equally. Number 2, the older brothers paid for their weddings from the estate. Money from the estate must be placed in escrow for the younger brothers' weddings. However, as explained by the Gemara, if the father married off the older brothers during his lifetime, the younger brothers cannot demand the same sum of money for their weddings from the estate. Number 3, the Mishnah repeats the same rulings where the father left only daughters with one advantage over sons. Father's estate must support his daughters until they mature, even at the expense of the son's portions, but not of the older daughters. The Gemara questions whether a husband is entitled to his wife's property as an heir or as a purchaser. The differences. Number 1, his wife borrowed an undocumented loan. Although a debtor's property is lien to the loan, the creditor can collect from a purchaser only if the loan was documented, making it public knowledge. Therefore, the husband, being a purchaser, would not reimburse the lender. On the other hand, if the husband is an heir, an undocumented loan can be collected from him. Otherwise, people would not lend, having no recourse in the event the debtor dies. Although our Mishnah teaches if older sisters marry from their father's estate, the younger sisters can collect their wedding expenses from their sisters' husbands, even though the debt is undocumented, it is because they knew the younger sisters would need money to marry. The Gemara brings 2 cases with conflicting results. Number 1, Rabbi Yosef ben Chanina stated, even after a husband inherits his deceased wife's estate, he continues supporting his mother-in-law. If he is an heir, it makes sense. If he is a purchaser, a widow cannot collect support from property sold by her husband. In addition, a Mishnah states property inherited by a husband does not return to his wife's heirs at Yovel. If he was classified as a purchaser, it would revert to them. Number 2, the Chachamim enacted in Usha that a husband can collect even property she sold during her lifetime, as if the husband purchased it when they married, predating any subsequent purchase. The answer: there is no categorical answer. Generally, his status is determined by what benefits him, with the exception of his mother-in-law. Her lien on the estate affected by the ksuba preceded the husband's inheritance. However, the Chachamim were not concerned about the loss of those purchased her nichsei muluk property, because they deprived the husband from inheriting her. Hadran aloch yesh nochlin. The first Mishnah in Parak Mishameis. Number 1, a deceased father left a large estate, his sons inherit, and his daughters are supported. Rav holds a large estate is one that can support them for a year. Rabbi Yochanan and Shmuel hold it can support them until they mature. If not, the daughter's needs are subtracted and the remainder goes to the sons. Number 2, if the estate is meager, the Tanakama holds the girls are supported and the boys have to beg. Admon, supported by Ram Gamliel, disagrees. Even a meager estate supports also the sons. This is the halacha. You're enjoying Daf and 5. Please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. A good vach, Shavua Tov.